So we're all set now for the opening kickoff. The Manchester Spartans playing in red from right to left. Neil Pearson, number 24, will do the honors. Back for it will be Williams. And Carthy, it's going over to Williams, number 9, picks it up on about the 10, working his way up center. Runs into a sea of red shirts, but pushes his way forward, and listen to that crowd as they get right into the action. And right away, they're starting to rough it up. Williams, number 9, hangs on to the ball, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Birmingham Bulls. Number 9 limping off, as he really did pick up the extra yards. He put his head down. It'll be 1st and 10 on about the 36-yard line. And the big question is, can the quarterback, Andrew Jefferson, all 5 foot 6 inches of him, fill the shoes of Russ Jensen? This is the first time he has ever started in a football game, and right away he rolls out to pass. The pass is caught. And right away, Shoop, number 17, who's playing with a badly injured right leg, picks up the pass. And a 1st down on the play.
That was a high percentage pass by the young quarterback. It's a down and out to Shoop, and a great play for the quarterback's 1st down.
Well, that's the kind of move. That's the kind of move he needed under his belt for that confidence booster. The pitch coming around the right side. Carthy struggles and is eventually pushed out of bounds in front of the Spartans bench. Nigel Diaz coming up from the safety position, number 22, to do the damage, pushing him out. Carthy, the ghost, they call him. He really knows how to move with this. Watch him picking the hole, coming around, and eventually pushed out of bounds. Jefferson, again, up the middle. A gain of 2 on the first play, and possibly another 2 here on the 2nd down.
Quarterback's trying to keep them honest. He's spreading the play, high percentage pass, 1st time out, sweep right to Carthy, and a dive play up the middle. He's trying to keep them guessing, and this is building his confidence, and I'm amazed. He's sticking right in there. It's a great effort by a young lad.
Number 33, Carthy, one of the best British backs in the country. So a 3rd and long 5 situation, penalty marker down on the field. Number 75, Roy Harris for the Spartans, just a bit too keen to get over the line. So the first penalty of the game goes against the Manchester Spartans. It's 5 yards. So we got a 3rd and less than 1 situation on the 41-yard line. Still Jefferson calling the signals. He's done well so far. Straight up the middle. But there was a brick wall waiting for number 47, Lloyd O'Neill. And did he get the 1st down?
Great second effort by Neil. He was stopped dead, and he just kept turning his legs, and he's going to make it a measurement. You can see him here. He's almost stopped. He just keeps turning and twisting and grinding out the yards. I think he's got it.
Well, it's a matter of inches, and that's what American football is all about. And they're calling for a measurement. So we'll take a look if the ball, and it looks like it's going to be about an inch short. It is. It really is. And Thornton is asking them to get it right, to get it straight. You can see number 75, James Thornton, and it's still about 2 inches short. So a crucial play for the Bulls. They're on the 40-yard line of the Manchester Spartans. What do you do now? Do you go for it or do you kick?
I'd carry the tempo to them. You know, they're on a roll now, and their quarterback needs the confidence. They'll go for a quick drive up the middle, get the yardage.
Let's see what they do. The youngster totally in control out there. He looks like he knows what he's doing, and so far he's done the right thing. Andrew Jefferson barks out the signals. The pitch around the left side, and this one is going wrong. Carthy is dropped in the backfield. Well, you said, Wayne, that it would go up the middle, and possibly that's what they should have done. It's okay to second guess, but really they were going wide, and he was trapped all the way.
Yes, I mean, I think that was poor play, Carl, and basically there was 2 inches to go, and the quarterback could have sneaked or a quick plunge. That play takes too long to develop, and they're obviously very keyed up.
Let's look at this again. You can see it going around the left end.
You can see them stringing him out, and he should have cut up the middle.
Well, the first pass out by Shotes is collected on the left side. Paul Bailey picked that up in the flats, and he picks up a first down. So the Spartans have hit back on their first play, and they've gained 11 yards. The ball is down on the 39-yard line, and they're not even going into a huddle. This is fast action American football here at Crystal Palace. Shotes sends Bailey in motion, fakes the pass. It's a long one down on the left side. And number 7, Terry Smith, got a finger to it, but just couldn't grab onto it for keeps.
Basically, he play action fakes to the swing pass again and lofts one out. This is a timing pattern that he just throws the ball up and Terry Smith runs underneath it. Great play, was about an inch short. Here it comes here again. He's play action fakes again to Bailey. Long string pass that he hangs it up, and the NFL ex-New England Patriot just failed to get it by inches.
Bailey running that play up the middle. Picks up a good 4.5 on the play. So it's third down for the Manchester Spartans, and they have come out firing on all cylinders. Right up the middle again. It's Paul Bailey, number 6, working his way through the line. Gary James getting involved in the tackle there for the Bulls. 4th down. 3 yards to go for a first down. The ball on the 31-yard line, still here in the first quarter at Crystal Palace. A great crowd, great atmosphere, a gorgeous afternoon, 82 degrees. What more could you ask for? Shotes out over the ball. Fakes the play to the right, and he's trapped back there, and he can't get rid of it. Carthy, number 33, was involved in sacking the quarterback. And that's a heavy loss for Shotes.
They're very keyed up there. You can see he's rolling out, trying to play action fake, and there was a blitz on from Trevor Carthy, and Thornton comes in to finish him off. It's a great play defensively by the Manchester Spartans, being trapped by the Bulls. Great play altogether.
So the Bulls take over now, 1st and 10 after that sack, and it really is a seesaw battle. The pass right over the top, is batted down. Jefferson had his pass batted down by Terry Smith, the American, wearing number 7. And it's going to be difficult for Jefferson, who's 5'6", to see over the line to see who is available.
Yeah, basically Terry Smith, the head coach, has come on to play both ways, which is a surprise to try and influence it at the beginning. And he's playing a great game, and the youngster's having his troubles.
Jefferson, who started strong, stepping in for Russ Jensen. The handoff up the middle, and that goes nowhere. Well, eventually they pick up about 2 yards on a second effort by O'Neill. Lloyd O'Neill, number 47, really does give it an extra push once he's hit. 3rd down and 7 for the Bulls.
Basically, he's doing his job as a fullback, trying to grind out a few yards here, and he's good for 2 yards every time he gets the ball on the second effort.
Going back to pass, dropping in the pocket. He's got a lot of protection. And that one is caught right on the 35-yard line. It was a soft pass and was just crying out to be intercepted. Errol Perkins picked up the 1st down.
This is a great pass by young Jefferson. He threaded the needle. There was 3 people on him and made an absolute fantastic catch.
The one thing the quarterback does lack, Wayne, is the speed, and sometimes he does lock the ball. Is that going to harm him?
It's going to harm him when they key on him. Yes, he's got to get that ball in quick.
So a 1st down situation, a handoff up the middle, a gain of just over a yard. Pat Laughlin, number 25, picking up 2 on the play.
Basically, this is a straightforward dive, quick opener, off tackle, and the outside linebacker came in and shut it down.
The ball on the 34-yard line. And the Bulls within scoring distance. 2nd and 8. Jefferson taking a lot of time to get that ball into play. He steps around 2 players, but eventually he's sacked back on the 45-yard line. Number 22, Nigel Diaz, once again getting involved in the play. And the rush was on, the blitz was on, as Diaz came from way back in the backfield to make that tackle.
This is basically a case where the youngster is unexperienced, and he wanted to get the root of the ball right there, and he kept it on for 1 more second, and they had a strong safety blitz on, which caught them. Again, you can see it's a play-action fake. First, he avoids. He should have got rid of the ball there. He hung onto the ball and got sacked by a strong safety blitz.
3rd and 19 now. Again, back in the pocket. The pass is up. That's good. Shoup picks it off on the 31-yard line. Bob Shoup from Yale University, who is the captain of the baseball team, tackled by Sean Mason.
Basically, this is an inside play. Wide receivers hate to run inside on a strong defense, and that's a great catch. 2nd catch by Shoup today.
Shoup, as I said, played for the baseball team at Yale, and he was the captain, a position which President George Bush held at one time. Quite an athlete. He helps coach the team while they're out there. And just how difficult is it to play uncoached?
Basically, you've got 2 dimensions to think about. You've got to think about playing yourself and playing as well as you can, and coaching everyone else. And there's 10 other people you've got to think for. It's a very difficult job to assume, coming as a player coach. And Bob Shoup, particularly as he's injured, has come in, made 2 great receptions, and he's lifting this team and lifting the quarterback, because the 2 receptions the quarterback's got, the 3 receptions the quarterback has got, 2 of them have been to Shoup, and he's leading his team and helping the quarterback get that confidence going.
Shoup, of course, is playing with that bad knee. He had the operation on it 2 weeks ago. How fit can he be?
Basically, we saw him before the game, and he's limping, but he's a gutsy player, and he's doing his best.
So it's a 4th and 6 situation. The Bulls in possession on about the 31-yard line. And again, it takes a lot of time. The pass is batted down. Mason. And there's an injured player, and it's Bob Shoup. Well, we just talked about his leg injury. And could this be it for Bob Shoup?
Basically, this play is designed as a quick pass to Shoup. Shoup goes out, and it looks like he twists his leg. You see him just fall. You can see that he's favoring his leg there. Again, from a different angle, he's looking at Shoup all the way. He makes a quick cut, cuts back, and you can see his leg fall out from underneath, and you can see he's in anguish.
Well, he's in a lot of pain. As I said, he had an operation on the cartilage 2 weeks ago. He said they removed a lot of fluid and bits and pieces from inside there. He wouldn't go into too much detail. He really didn't want the Spartans to know much about it, but you could see when he walked on the field that he was limping.
Yes, basically, he was playing with the true grit out there. You could see him limping, and he's a competitor that wants to play the game, and no one's going to turn down a chance to play in a championship game if they can feasibly get out there and do something. I dare say that you can see him being carried off the field now. You know, I just hope that it isn't anything serious.
Well, a sad sight, whether you're a Birmingham Bulls supporter or a Manchester Spartans supporter. No one likes to see a player get injured. Wayne, what's it going to mean now? They've lost Russ Jensen, the main quarterback. They've lost Bob Shoup for a while anyway. What's going to happen to the Bulls?
Basically, the situation is that they've lost their main offensive threat, and they're going to struggle now.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans on their own 31-yard line as they take possession of the football. Shotes handing it off to Bailey as he comes around the left side. Bailey working his way up the left side and eventually pushed out of bounds in front of his own bench. Number 49, Clive Lockman, pushed him out of bounds, but not before he got the ball to the 49-yard line. A large gain for the Spartans.
Basically, this play is designed for Bailey to get outside. They're going to trap him down, and basically the outside linebacker got sucked in. You can see a great block there by the fullback, allowing him to get to the outside. And great running, guys. The young running back.
Shotes looking for someone to pass to, and he's caught. Woolridge got him in the backfield. And Shotes, who is without a doubt one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the league, has been caught twice now.
They're looking for a long route here, and something's happened. The quarterback's lost the sight, and he's just got trapped.
So it's 2nd and close to 20 for the Spartans. They're already back now on their own 41-yard line. And it's a midfield game so far. The pitch out on the right side. Bailey working his way around, and again he's going down the sidelines, and he's pushed out of bounds, but not before he picked up close to 20 yards. A magnificent run by Paul Bailey. Ken Spats Lewis pushed him out of bounds.
You look on this play, it looks like almost Shote has gone the wrong way, but that's an option play where Bailey had trouble hanging on to the ball, and he got outside again, and that's one thing Birmingham have got to shut down. They cannot let this guy get outside because he's got great speed.
3rd and 3. So a gain of 17 for Bailey. A magnificent run by him, and he really is fast when he goes to the outside. Bailey again plows his way just over the 40-yard line marker. and it's enough to pick up a first down. And so the yardsticks will move. Let's look at this again.
Goes up the middle here, and he's a jinking type of runner, and he's a deceptive runner, but he's got to watch himself up the middle there because people like Colin Nash would love to take a shot at him.
So sticking with the running game, Chotes now going to pass around the right side. And again, it's Bailey. He finds some daylight and brought down. And there's a penalty marker down on the field. That tackle almost ripped his head off. And there is a penalty marker down on the field.
Here's another swing pass. You can see him starting to option, and he's faking the option, just drops the ball over the lineman's head. Runs onto the ball, Bailey. He gets to the outside again, which they've got to stop. And that was just that's not really a tackle where a guy's designed to hurt him. He's just thrown his arm out and got whatever he could, and he got a piece of his head out, unfortunately.
49, Clive Loughman doing the damage to Bailey on that play, but it's going to cost him dearly. The penalty moves the ball all the way down the field to the 17, 18-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. So for the first time, the Spartans in this Budweiser Bowl are in scoring position. Bailey now working his way around the left side. He stopped. Carthy, who is playing both ways for the Bulls, was involved in the tackle. And Bailey certainly is earning his money.
You see here, Thornton and Carthy get to the outside and are shutting down the outside, making them go up the pipe rather than around the outside.
A gain of just over 3 on the play, 2nd and a short 7 for the Spartans. Chotes, so confident, so cool. Family hails from Louisiana. He comes from California, takes his time. The pass is high and incomplete. Looking for Terry Smith, one of his favorite targets.
You notice the difference on this play. He's got plenty of time to throw it, and when he can't find a receiver open, he overthrows it so no one else will catch it. He's throwing it right out of the end zone, so there's no chance of an interception. And that's the difference between the two quarterbacks today.
3rd and 7 here in the first quarter. Still no score. The Spartans in control right now. Chotes, the quarterback. Splitting everyone out to the left side. He rolls to the left. He's hit. The ball is fumbled. And the Bulls come up with it. Number 51. A.J. Taylor really did put a crunching tackle on the quarterback and came up with a loose ball. Let's look at this again.
The quarterback's rolling out, looking, and he just loses sight of the tackler. A great play by Birmingham defensively. Great play.
So Taylor and Woolridge involved in putting the rush on Chotes. That turnover, the first of the game, it gives the Bulls 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. Still no score here in the first quarter. Jefferson, the quarterback, pitching it, coming around the right side. Alf Young getting his first taste of the action, number 22. Picks up just over a yard on the play for the Bulls. 2nd and 9 now. Both teams very strong offensively. A bit suspect from time to time on the defense. But they could be proving the statistic wrong today. The shotgun formation. The pass right up the middle, and it's caught. Earl Perkins, number 36, from the shotgun formation, picks up close to 9 yards on the play, and that could be a first down.
can see they realize that they need more time for their quarterback, and they're fitting him out of a shotgun formation to give him more time. New wide receiver coming in, playing the inside again. Great catch. Again, so just got time to get the ball away, and great play by the young quarterback, showing a lot of tenacity.
Again, from the shotgun formation with 3rd and 1. This one, it could be intercepted. 2 players have possession of the football. Mike Price finally comes up with it, says thank you very much, and that's a first down. So it looks like they've solved the problem of not being able to get enough time in the backfield with the shotgun formation.
Basically, you can see he's taking the same route as he did before, and both guys got their hands on the ball. Price wrenches it loose and comes up with a ball. Great play by both players.
1st and 10 for the Bulls from their own 48-yard line. Shotgun formation. Jefferson calling the signals, handing it off up the middle. This is a nice run. So they are mixing it up. Alf Young involved in that play, getting his 2nd carry of the game. And I think they're trying to keep the Spartans honest here.
This is basically a draw play. Run the ball underneath the middle, running a passing formation, run the ball up the middle. He was 1 tackle away from going all the way there. Peter broke those 2, he was gone.
Alf Young picked up 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 for the Bulls. On the Spartans' 47-yard line. Young again, running into all sorts of red shirts on the far side. The quarterback, Shotes, playing on the defensive side now, is instrumental along with Roy Harris, number 75, to pull down number 22, Alf Young. A loss of 2 on the play.
Again, this play takes too long to develop. They're stringing them out and stringing them out to the outside. They got to run quick up the middle plays because they're not going to do anything against this fired up Manchester defense this way.
Manchester playing it tight around the ends. They're boxing them in, not giving them a lot of room. 3rd and 9 now for the Bulls. Into the shotgun formation. Jefferson taking his time. Harris so keen to get over the line.
Basically, he was drawn offside there by the quarterback. If you notice in the slow-mo, the quarterback is starting to move before the snap. He's a bit nervous, and you can imagine he's got a lot of things to do on his mind here. And you can just see him take a step back, and he draws the defense offside.
Well, Wayne, having said that, they're marching the yards off. My co-commentator is shaking his head. He says, no way. But the penalty is going against the Manchester Spartans. That's a 5-yard penalty. And the Spartans crowd around us are booing that decision. The ball is moved up now to the 46-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and a long 4 for the Bulls. So they get away with that one, if that's how you saw it. Offside the call. Back into the shotgun. Andrew Jefferson still taking a lot of time to call those signals. The pass, and that one is picked off. Well, that really was on the cards. Terry Smith, number 7, the big American, instrumental in coaching the team, picks that one off.
Basically, the pass is thrown far too flat. That type of pass over the defense has to go over the defense.
Well, we said earlier on that the passes coming from Jefferson were a bit soft and sometimes a bit lofty and easy to pick off. Bailey now pushes his way up the middle, spins, turns, eventually got to the 40-yard line. Colin Nash, number 41 for the Bulls, making the tackle. A pickup of just under 3 on the play.
Basically, the quarterback play action fake there to the tailback Bailey. And basically, it looks like he's faking, but he actually gets the ball. And great play by the linebacker.
So second and 7.5 to 8 yards to go. Hazen Shote still in the quarterback and still using Bailey as he works his way over the 40-yard line for a gain of about 3.5, 4 yards on the play. Thornton, the big American on the line, making the tackle.
This is a play designed for Bailey to go inside. It's called the fold play, and he runs up the middle, generally with trap blocking to spring him loose.
Third and a long 3. The ball at the 44-yard line. Still, it's the Spartans in possession. Still no score here in the first quarter. A great crowd. Glorious sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. 82 degrees. Perfect American football weather as the Spartans. Bailey once again pushes his teammates up the field and close to a first down this time.
Quarterback here, again, straight handoff to Bailey. You can see he jinks his way up the middle. He's not a power runner, he's a threader. He can thread his way through a needle, and lovely piece of running.
The signal from the official, it is a first down, so they move the down markers. First and 10 for the Spartans on their own 48-yard line. Shote with the I formation. He really does have so many options right up the middle. And I wonder, Wayne, if he thought he was short of the first down. He had the first down, and he went for a quarterback sneak.
That's a design play that they use that a lot to break him loose. He does a quarterback sneak up the middle and generally gets a big yardage out of it, but that play he was stopped.
Gain of just over 1 second and 9. The ball just a few inches off the midfield stripe. And the whistle goes just as they were about to get that play underway to end the first quarter. Still no score here. The Manchester Spartans 0, the Birmingham Bills 0. So here we go with the start of the second quarter. Still no score. The Spartans playing from left to right now in possession of the football. Second and a long 8 as Bailey pushes his way up for a gain of 3 on the play. Close to the 45-yard line. Jock McManus, number 13, brings him down. Bailey pushing his way right up the center, as he has done throughout the first quarter and the start of this second quarter. Shotes drops back slightly, moves to the left, looking for some right up the middle, and was batted down by Clive Laughlin, number 49. The pass intended for Terry Smith, number 7.
Yeah, Terry Smith made a great play for the pass there from Hazen, but he was well covered. Terry, an ex-NFL player, and on this one here, he's running a great pattern, but defensively they had him well covered. And he's over the middle, steps over the top of him. Good defensive play. Took a little bit long to throw the ball to him. I think if he had thrown when he was in the seam and open, he would have got him open and caught the pass.
timeout on the field as we take a look at the Manchester Spartans cheerleaders getting the full support of the red and white supporters gathered in this stadium. And there really are a lot of them here. So back on the field, it's fourth on a long 5 for the Spartans, and they're going for it. Well, that shows you the confidence they have in their offensive team. Chote is looking for someone to pass to. He lays it way up, and that's too far for anyone. As once again, Terry Smith is the intended target. So neither team really wants to give up the ball on a kick.
Basically here, the quarterback was waiting on a timing pattern, and the receiver had blown all the coverage on him. If the ball had been on there, it was a touchdown by Terry Smith, no problem.
So once again, the ball changes hands. The Bulls take over possession, 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. And we have another timeout on the field, this time going against the Spartans.
Basically two teams who are offensively dominating at the top of the league are playing a very tight defensive team, and defensive game, and it's good to see Birmingham picking up the slack here, because defensively they've not always been as good as they might have been, but they're pulling up very well to shut out the Manchester Spartans, led by an outstanding display by Carthy and his fellow teamman. A great defensive play to help the quarterback get his rhythm for the Bulls.
For the Bulls, the ball on their own 47-yard line. Still no score. We're in the second quarter here at Crystal Palace. The Budweiser Bowl, an excellent crowd, a glorious sunny afternoon. And the youngster, Andrew Jefferson, back in the shotgun formation, calling the signals, sending it way down. It's up, and that's off. That should have been caught. Errol Perkins knows it. He was clear. That was right in his hands. And you can't afford to miss those, can you?
They see the quarterback's going back, dropping back here. All the time in the world to throw the ball. Puts it right on the numbers. And it's a great opportunity missed. Straight through his hands.
Well, Errol Perkins will be thinking about that one for a long, long time to come. A good pass by the youngster. Dropped in the deep end here when Russ Jensen, the regular quarterback, refused to play. This is his first game that he has started, and the biggest game of his life. Number 10. Oh, well, this time he ran out of luck, and he's sacked way back on the 34-yard line. Fox, number 64, doing the damage.
You can see here again, he's in trouble. Rather than as Chote gets rid of the ball, he had plenty of time to get rid of the ball there. He chose to eat it instead.
3rd down. 10:24 to go for a first down. The ball on the 34-yard line. So things not going well for the Bulls at the start of this second period. They need to pull something out now to regain their confidence. From the shotgun formation, 3-man on the right side, the strong side. The quarterback's right over the right end. Paul Williams picks up that short pass right over the end. And he had men flanked to the right, and possibly at the time a very sensible play. A gain of 7 on the play, takes it to the 41-yard line. It'll be 4th down and close to 17.
Quarterback's looking here. He's running strong right, dragging over the middle. And they're trying to hit the wide receiver, dragging over the middle here for extra yardage to break him loose. Good play calling here, and one step he would have might got another 1st down.
Another injured player on the field. And fortunately, there haven't been too many scenes like this. Bernie McDermott, number 53, is getting up now, and he'll come off under his own steam. I'm sure Bob Shoup went off earlier on.
Bernie McDermott is the player that started the Manchester Spartans, and you'll have a hard time putting him out of the game. He's a very gritty young player.
So it's a 4th down situation. Mark Webb is out there for the Bulls. They have a long way to go for a 1st down, so this could be the first kick of the game. Shotes is back for it. The snap is good. He's got lots of time. It's an end-over-end kick, not a long one. And that's cut by the Bulls. The fumble, and the ball is loose. And there's a turnover on the play. The Bulls are saying that they have the ball. Let's wait until they sort this one out. It was a short end-over-end kick.
You notice here he gets the kick away, and one of the offensive players tries to touch the ball down as it's coming down. You see him just here. He's touched the ball. That makes the ball dead, supposedly. Manchester tried to run the ball and fumbled it. It'd be an interesting referee's decisions on which way that's going.
Well, they're still sorting this one out, but they have given the ball to the Spartans.
Basically, that happened because the Spartans had touched down the ball, therefore ending the play. And you can't fumble it after that.
So a sigh of relief as Bailey works his way up the middle. A sigh of relief for the Manchester supporters all around us. The Bulls were sure that they had that possession in the Spartans' end. A gain of 9 yards on the play for Bailey, 2nd and 1.
Basically a dive play up the middle designed to break loose Bailey. Young lad that played for his 3rd year and doing a great job for the Spartans today. He's been carrying the ball 80% of the time. A real workhorse for Manchester, and he's doing what he's paid to do.
Bailey running with the ball once again, caught by Clive Laughlin, number 49. He picks up the 1st down on the play. So the ball moves down to the 46-yard line of the Spartans, and it's 1st and 10. The Spartans now with Bailey wiggles his way for a yard, and he was almost caught for a loss, but it looks like he's going to make something out of it. Woolridge again involved in the tackle for the Bulls, number 57. Second and 9.5 for the Spartans. Shotes hands off right up the middle. Bailey takes a knock, but he picks up close to a 1st down on the play. The ball will be down on about the 44-yard line as they move into the Bulls' territory.
Reverse handoff by the quarterback, Shote, again to Bailey. Great hole up the middle by the lineman there, who did a great job of cross-blocking. You notice he nearly lost the ball there, but he's carrying the ball a lot today and doing a great job.
Paul Bailey playing an active part in the Spartans offense as he picked up that 1st down. He gets a break. This time it's Eddie Jones, number 32, carrying the ball straight up the middle. And they're wearing down that Birmingham Bulls defensive line. A gain of 2 on the play.
Basically a fullback dive straight up the middle just to keep them honest. Plug away, get a few yards.
2nd and 8 for the Spartans from the 43-yard line. Chote's making the pitch, running with the ball, and he moves it up to the 36-yard line. He'll be short of the first. But Chote's brought down by Colin Nash, number 41. Really does like to move that ball.
This is a play action fake up the middle, and you can see it's a design draw option play where he's trying to bring the line into him and pitch it out to the outside, but there he kept them honest and ran it up the middle himself.
3rd and 3 for the Spartans, and you can hear the horns blowing as Bailey works his way up over the middle and picks up the first down and gets a well-deserved round of applause from both sides. Lofgren, number 49, involved in bringing him down.
You can see here again why Bailey picks up 1,000 yards each year in the league by great running and tenacity. Each year he's gained over 1,000 yards in the Budweiser League. And
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line for the Spartans. Bailey working his way over the left side of the line, and they're finding it hard to bring this kid down. The youngster who's only played 3 seasons of American football looks like a seasoned veteran out there.
this is a misdirection or crossfire play where they'll send the running back one way and then counter back with Bailey the other way. You can see a huge hole up the middle, and but for a great tackle there, it was going for a touchdown.
2nd and 4. Straight up the middle this time. Oh, and a crunching tackle from the Bulls. And they're saying that there's a loose ball on the play. Stax Lewis instrumental in bringing that play to a crunching halt. They still haven't decided who's got the ball.
Again, a play for Bailey up the middle. He breaks yardage, and then suddenly 21 and 75 make a great tackle there, and it's hard to see whether the ground caused the fumble or the impact of the tackle made the fumble.
The officials rule the ball still with the Spartans, and Thornton, number 75, is not impressed with that call. So the run stands, the gain stands. It's 3rd and 1 yard to go for a first down. The ball just inside the 20-yard line. We're in a scoring situation. Right up the middle, the Spartans move it for a first down. Chris Wood, getting his first carry, picks up the first down.
Again, a straight dive up the middle, fullback dive. He's just charging away, trying to get a few yards and get him closer to the goal line.
The ball on the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Chote's looking for someone to pass to, flips it out on the far side. Touchdown, Spartans! Steve Marsh, number 87, picked that one out of the afternoon air, and that's the first touchdown of the game. Carthy was on him, but couldn't get to the ball.
You can see here, perfect play action. Fake, throw up, it's a timing pattern. Carthy is right on him, gets his hands to the ball, and lo and behold, he strips him and comes down with the ball for a touchdown. Great concentration by the wide receiver, an excellent throw by...
They drop kick it through the uprights, which is a bit unusual, but it still counts. So the extra point is good. It's very rare indeed that you see someone drop kick it through the uprights. But number 24, Neil Pearson, did just that.
I think the last time we saw that back was when Toronto Argonauts were playing.
Ah, the good old days. So the Spartans draw first blood with a touchdown by Steve Marsh on a pass from Shotes, and the conversion by Pearson makes it 7-0. And I have a feeling that could be the first of many. Getting set now for the kickoff. Pearson will do the honors for the Spartans here in the second quarter. Long kick all the way down to the 10-yard line. Number 9, Williams picks it up, works his way up to the 20, going around the right side. He's got daylight in front of him. He's running out of steam, and eventually pushed out of bounds at the midfield stripe, and a good run back by Paul Williams for the Bulls, and that will give them heart.
You often see this when the receiving man drops the ball. The rushers come down and try to pin him in, and all of a sudden he finds daylight and gets to the outside. You see a lane open up here, and he's gone. And if he had a bit more pace, he could have gone all the way.
A 41-yard return there for Paul Williams, number 9. So the Bulls now in possession just inside the Spartans half of the midfield stripe. The Ghost picks up the ball, number 33, and also picks up the first down as he scoots around the left side of the line, pushed out by William McCarra, number 53. And look at this kid move.
You can see here they're running in a running formation. They're out of the eye. That's where Carthy runs the best. Gets to the outside, beats the outside coverage, and gains himself a good yardage.
Gain of 11 on the play for Carthy. They call him the Ghost, and you can see why. 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's gone. Still in control is the young quarterback, 19-year-old number 10, Andrew Jefferson. All sorts of movement out there on both sides, and penalty markers all over the field. And again, 96, Roy Harris is quick to get over the line. Illegal motion against the Bulls this time. There was some movement in the backfield. So the 5-yard penalty will go against them. They'll have the down over. It'll be 1st and 15. Jefferson in the shotgun. He really has to get these passes a lot faster. Oh, that was just laying up there, begging to be intercepted, and it was. Working his way back, Shotes, Dipsy Doolin, and what a run this is going to be. Look at him go around the left side. He finally takes a dive. The most important thing for a quarterback is to save his energy and save his legs. And he did the intelligent thing there. A brilliant interception and a magnificent run back by Shotes.
That was a good thinking play by Shotes. He had to save himself. You see in the slow motion here, long, hopeful pass called a Hail Mary in the trade. Comes up with the ball, Shotes. Does a great run to get better field position. Realizes as he's jinking his way through here, he's got to play in the next series of downs, and rather than take a heavy hit, comes down.
And Wayne, just as that play ended, there was an unsportsmanlike call against the Bulls for going after Shotes. You saw the player mocking him when he took the dive. I thought it was an intelligent move to make. Because of that mock, because of what he did, the Bulls have been penalized, so the ball is all the way down to the 29-yard line. Bailey on the move again, works his way down to the 21-yard line, and again the Spartans are on the move. Femi Amu, number 37, comes up with a tackle.
Bailey here gets more and more action. He seems to thrive on it. The more he carries it, the better he does. Breaks tackles here, covers wide, keeps slashing and diving to get yardage. Beautiful play.
Injured player down on the field. Andy Webb, number 77.
Andy Webb there, the owner's son of the Birmingham Bulls. You know, his father didn't like to see that, and not very happy about the way the team's performing at the moment, but certainly he's very keen to make sure his son's okay.
Don't worry about the nigga dad. And I wanted that nigga. This nigga go down. Hey, nigga, I was pushing.
So Andy Webb, the 6'4", 252-pound nose tackle, limps off the field, but I'm sure we'll see more of him as the game progresses this afternoon. Back to the action, 2nd and 1 for the Spartans on the 21-yard line, and they're knocking on the door once again. The handoff, and again it's Bailey. He really has driven holes right through that defensive line. A.J. Taylor, number 51, made the tackle.
It's a great shoestring tackle, otherwise Bailey was going for a touchdown.
A gain of over 2 on the play, so it's a first down. The ball just inside the 20-yard line.
I'll be looking for a pass here. They've been running the ball a lot.
Well, Shotes decides to hand it off to Bailey, as he's done on numerous occasions throughout this first half. He picks up, well, we'll give him a yard on the play. 2nd and just over 9.
Again, it's just a quick opener to Bailey, trying to find some room, but I would have thought they would have kept them honest by throwing here.
Got a whistle on the play. Both teams looking slightly confused. They're asking the reporters and the cameramen standing along the goal line to stand back, and that has caused a delay in this start of the second down. 2nd and 9, Spartans on the 19. They lead by 1 touchdown. The pitch to Bailey. Bailey's on his way. Bailey pushes. He's over. Touchdown. Paul Bailey picks up his first touchdown of the game as he runs over from the 19-yard line.
Here Shote is auctioning to Bailey. Bailey gets outside and beats the coverage wide. Just bulldozes himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now let's see if they drop kick this again. They've done it. And again, they put it through the uprights. Pearson is a happy by 14 points to nil here in the second quarter.
Must be a rugby player in the team, because I haven't seen that in a long, long time. I think Canadian football was the last time I saw that, but that's certainly an unusual stance for a kicker these days.
So the Spartans have come out strongest here in the first half of this game. They lead by 14-0. The Bulls without their top quarterback, Russ Jensen, and their top wide receiver, Bob Shute, who went out earlier on through injury. Shute, with ligament damage, is still sitting on the bench. And we really thought when we talked to him in the dressing room that he was optimistic about playing the whole game. So we get set now for the kickoff with Neil Pearson. The ball on the 35-yard line. Williams, number 9, and Carthy back on the 15-yard line. It's a wobbly end-over-end kick. Williams picks it up on the 17-yard line, working his way up center, breaks a couple of tackles. Still, it's Williams as he gets up to the 40-yard line. And Paul Williams doing his best to bring the Bulls back into this game. He really knows how to run that ball back on this kickoff. Let's look at this again.
Pick up the action here. It's a dribble-type kick. And Williams picks it up, and Carthy sets up in front of him here. Makes a great block to spring him loose. You see here, he just unloads on the first receiver down the field. Takes him out of the play altogether and breaks Williams loose for a good gainer.
Slight change in the backfield. Carthy playing quarterback now, attempting to run around the right side. He does. And he picks up close to 4 on the play. And Carthy, who is not a quarterback, does a great job of running that around the right end.
You see here, Carthy's taking a direct snap. And they're playing without a quarterback. They're just snapping it directly to the running backs, gaining an extra lineman on the field. And it's a good tactical move with the situation as it is.
Well, they put the ball down a little further downfield, so the gain is actually 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. McCarthy still calling the signal, so he's playing both defensively and offensively, and he's in the shotgun formation. The Bulls are in all sorts of problems, in all sorts of trouble here when they have to rely on a fullback to throw passes. Shoot back in the game. Penalty marker down on the field. The pass is incomplete. But Wayne, they must be in all sorts of trouble if they have to rely on Carthy to throw passes.
Yes, basically, I would have thought they would have let the young kid continue on. Jefferson, he was building his confidence. But it's a good tactical move to pass it straight back to the running back if they're going to run it. I'm amazed to see Shoot back in the game. It shows very tenaciousness, spirit of him, but let's just hope he isn't doing something to hurt his leg more.
5-yard penalty going against the Bulls. Second down, 8 yards to go. Carthy taking a long time. Now it's Carthy trying to run it, shakes off one tackle, goes for another, puts his head down, keeps running, steps out of bounds, but picks up the first down. And how long can Carthy just take the snap and keep running? Surely he's going to run out of steam. Shotes came up with a push.
just sending receivers downfield to help block for him, and it's a one-man show at the moment. And he did the job to get a first down. You can see if he didn't get pushed out, he was on his way.
Timeout called by the Manchester Spartans. Coach Terry Smith, number 7, telling his players what to do in this situation. It's something they haven't come across with Carthy in the backfield in the shotgun formation, just running straight with the ball. And he's saying, this is what we have to do. And what would he be saying, Wayne?
Basically, he's trying to get his men thinking about what the situation is without a quarterback. Every defensive man has got a man to cover. And if there isn't a quarterback there, normally he's covered by the free safety, he's got to pick up somebody, and they've got to realign their defensive situation so they know who they're covering. And with McCarthy back there being such an elusive runner, he's doing a good job for them. I just hope that they can keep their offense perking that way, but I'd like to see the young Jefferson back there throwing a few passes.
Once again, they placed the ball in a different position to where I thought it went out, so it's not a first down, it's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Carthy again, goes off tackle. This time he picks up the first down. No doubt about it, moves down to the 45-yard line. It's a one-man show right now.
Carthy, the native from Birmingham here, you just see lowers the boom and revs up the motor and gets the first down.
Number 58, Gary Parker, came up with the tackle. Carthy going off for a well-deserved rest. Andrew Jefferson, the young quarterback, number 10, is back in the game. Carthy has done his bit to move the ball down the field. What can Jefferson do now? Hands it up the middle. Pat Loftman wriggles and squirms, but really doesn't go anywhere at all. Number 25 there, the ball carrier, ran into a sea of red jerseys.
Here, basically, Loftman's got no running room. Instead of kicking it out, he just ran into his own blockers, and he's caught down by Manchester.
Nigel Diaz involved in the tackle. Number 22 works his way up from the defensive position. Penalty marker down on the field as they sort this one out. Going against the Bulls. Moves the ball all the way back to the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 20, and that's not the kind of thing that's going to help their cause at all. The Bulls need to be positive, and they need to keep it clean. Stay away from the penalties, from the shotgun. Jefferson going for the pass, lays it up there, and again it's intercepted. Shoup makes the tackle. Nigel Diaz, who was involved in the previous tackle, makes the interception, and it really is all Manchester right now.
You can see in the action replay, 36 Earl Perkins is wide open in the middle. He elects to go to the known receiver and gets caught. The man was wide open.
But oh, that must have hurt coming down. The field out there, as you can see, the dust is hard.
Yeah, they're just coming over the middle, and he's unloaded by an unknown lineman there. I can't get a number there, but a great defensive play.
Bailey is a tough character. He eats, sleeps, and dreams this game. Oh, again, a lofting pass that should have been intercepted. You cannot get away with those types of passes. They're just crying out to be intercepted. Clive Loftman.
This looks like it was a timing pattern because he was throwing it to a spot rather than to a man. You'll see he throws it to a spot here. And out of the receivers, should have moved to the ball, but just absolutely was frozen to the spot.
3rd and 9 for the Spartans. The ball on the 46.5, 47-yard line. And the noise continues as the red and white banners wave behind me. Shote is, a nice move by him as he got himself out of trouble. Picked up about 4.5 on the play. Some good defensive work there by number 21, Ken Spats Lewis for the Bulls.
Here you can see an excellent example of how Shote can make so many yards and find receivers open. He's waiting, fakes the throw, and then takes off himself.
Fourth and 4.5, 5 yards. Kicking situation for the Spartans. The kick coming out over the right side. It'll go out at the 23-yard line, so the Bulls will take possession. And they really have it all to do. They trail by 2 touchdowns, 14-0 here in the second quarter. The kick here by Pearson.
See, he's trying to get the ball away from the threat, and the threat basically is the 2 returners back there. I think that was shanked off his foot more than it was kicked away, but they don't want to let them get a run back here.
The Bulls in possession now, 1st and 10 from their own 22.5-yard line. Number 10, Andrew Jefferson, still in the game, and if he's going to pass that ball, he really has to put some fire behind it. The pitch to Williams. Williams pushing, shoving, picks up a couple on the play as he gets to about the 25-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
Here it's a quick pitch straight to Williams, who's just going to bulldoze on the outside. Great block by number 81 there. Twice to make some yards. And that's the kind of play they need to get back in this game.
And again, Diaz is involved in bringing down the ball carrier. Playing such a fine game, the linebacker position. The pitch to Williams again, going to the right side, breaking around, looking for daylight. He runs out of space as he came up against the out-of-bounds marker, and you can see Shoup. Shoup is down again. Number 17 is down on one knee. And he hobbles off the field. And he really is having a rough day.
Here we see the quarterback. This is a wide pitch designed to go outside. There's a running lane up the middle, but he elects to go wide and strings it out. And if he had turned up earlier, he would have gained much more yards. But you see, he tried to make the return there, and the whole Manchester defense was on him.
Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half of the game. The Spartans leading 14-0. The Bulls with a 3rd and 1 situation. They really have to get this. Williams works his way over the line, and it looks like from here that he's picked up the first down. They've brought Williams into the action here. Gary Parker, number 58, making the tackle.
Jefferson, a quick slant over the middle here to Williams. He's trying to lift the team because McCarthy's got it all on his shoulders for the moment. He's come in to add some extra dimension to the game.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jefferson Needs to move it downfield. I know that's an obvious thing to say, but he's got to do something drastic here. Rolling out to his right, gets the pass away, and that's caught nicely. Right over center. Pascal Lemedica, who's out there for the first time, who has a tendency from time to time to fill in at quarterback, picks up this reception at a key time.
And you see a reverse handoff, fake through the line. Great pass to Lemedica here, and great pair of hands to catch the ball. Great concentration.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Bulls on the attack now. A minute to go here in the first half. McCarthy pushes himself up the middle of the line, picks up 3 on the play. Just over the center line stripe.
You can see here why McCarthy is such a good running back. Why they call him the Ghost is because he's so fleet of foot, but if you've ever hit by a ghost that hard, you'd know it was a strong ghost.
Timeout called by the Bulls. Each team, of course, allowed 3 timeouts per half. And each timeout is for 90 seconds. Time running out for the Bulls, though, in this first half as they trail 14-0, just 36 seconds remaining, but in 36 seconds you can do a lot of damage. They need a pass, and they need a long one. Jefferson back over the ball now. What can the youngster do? He fakes the handoff. He's in trouble. He really can't scramble. Harris brings him down, and the youngster really cannot scramble when he's in the pocket there, when he's in trouble.
Here again, a design play, fake to the middle, roll out, looking for the receiver. Now he's got to throw it. Now he's caught, and that's the difference between the quarterbacks. Got to throw the ball away early.
A loss of 5 on the play, 3rd, 15 and a half. Just over 20 seconds remaining here in the first half of this ball game. Crystal Palace has come alive here this afternoon. Some exciting football from both teams. The Spartans in the lead, and the Bulls desperately trying to bring themselves back into the game. The pass right up the middle, it's a floater, and it's batted down. Not a strong pass at all from Jefferson. Number 53, Bernie McGarrett, tightens his gloves because he knows he's done the job.
You see here, he's looking for Trevor Carthy coming over the middle. The ball gets tipped as it comes across the line. You see it's tipped here, and otherwise it was right on the numbers to the man. And unfortunately, it's just one of those days for the Birmingham quarterback.
17 seconds remaining. Mark Webb, number 20, the kicker, is out there. A lot of time taken getting this play into progress. The kick chases the Spartans, and it hits the official. And that's going to be down on the 11-yard line. With just 3 seconds remaining in the half. Well, that was a good kick by number 20, Mark Webb. It went the distance, but it ended up hitting an official.
Yes, it's a great kick down here to pin him down. They were hoping for a run back here, and they didn't put any rush on the kicker at all. And for whatever reason, they didn't attempt to run back.
So time for one play from the Spartans, and they decide just to smother it, to run down the clock. And there goes the whistle to end the first half of this game here at Crystal Palace. A great round of applause from both sets of supporters. The Birmingham Bulls 0, the Manchester Spartans 14. So the Birmingham Bulls getting set to kick off at the start of this, the second half of this Budweiser Bowl. They trail by 14-0. It really has been an uphill climb for the Bulls. They're without Jensen, the quarterback, and Bob Shoup, the stylish wide receiver, is also out of the game to injury. The kick by Mark Webb. Eventually run back to the 15-yard line. Hazen Shotes. Norman Thomas making the tackle for the Bulls.
Shote gets the ball. He's going to preserve himself. He's going to make a few yards and get his head down early.
Shote is the quarterback, as he has been all season, calling the instructions for the Spartans. He's got a comfortable 2-touchdown lead, and Bailey, his main man, pushes the Spartans upfield. A gain of close to 10 on the play. Well, we'll call it 9, and it'll be second down.
There we go, Bailey, 3-year veteran of the Spartans, carrying the ball again. Great dedicated run.
Second for the Spartans. The handoff again to Bailey as he plunges over the line and come close to the first down. Number 41, Colin Nash, making the tackle from the linebacker position.
Here we go, the All-England player and the All-Pro choice running back carrying the ball again.
It's so good to see that a lot of the good stuff out there is being done by British players. Paul Bailey, Trevor Carthy in particular, doing a great job to promote the British player in this American sport. Colin Nash again making the tackle on Bailey as he eats up the yardage.
Bailey's not only ate up the yardage, but each year he scores over 150 points a year and is a real match winner.
Second down, 8 yards to go for the Spartans. They lead by 2 touchdowns to 0. 14-0 the score. Shote's faking, works it right up, picks up 5, 10 yards. He's got the first down as Shote takes it close to the midfield stripe. Number 50, Gary James, coming up with the tackle there.
You see here, it's a fake into the middle, and it's a design play to option the fullback coming around the other side. And Shote just comes up the middle and runs it.
First down on the play for the Spartans. Ball on the 47-yard line. Cameron Dundas comes out over the ball for the Spartans. They go in the I formation, 2 wide receivers. There's no one clear, and the rush is on. Shotes has some time now. It's a bomb all the way down, and that should have been intercepted. Jock McManus, number 13, batted that one down, but really he should have had it. Intended for the wide receiver, Bob Casey.
Here's you see why you can never shut down Shote, the second highest ranked QB in the league. He buys himself time. Great rush by the inside of the line here. Gets away from one and lost a 50-yard pass. Unfortunately, nearly intercepted, but he contributes a fantastic dimension to the game.
Schultes again, well, he was in trouble there. He had arms all around him as he lateraled that one out. And there's going to be a loss on the play. Woolridge making the tackle.
Here you see an option again. He's got his arm on him. He can't get the pass out correctly. And again, Bailey is forced to cover the ball.
So a loss of close to 5 yards on the play. As Woolridge, number 57, put on a good rush for the Bulls. Some good defensive work from him. Schultes back into the pocket. Schultes is in trouble, and he's dumped. Some good stuff by A.J. Taylor, number 51, as he broke through into the backfield, and there was no one there to protect Schultes.
Here we see Taylor on an outside rush. Beats his man on the outside and comes in and buries Schultes on a great tackle. That shows determination. The Bulls are back in it.
They really have come out at the start of this third quarter, all fired off. It's fourth and close to 25 yards to go. Neil Pearson kicks that one to the left side of the field. That's going to bounce out on the 38-yard line, so the Bulls will take possession, 1st and 10 there.
You see here, the punter gets a rough ride. Nobody picks it up, but after the ball goes away, he gets clobbered, and unfortunately the referee didn't pick that one up. It's a good kick.
New quarterback in for the Bulls, number 16, Pascal Lamedica. We saw him catch the ball earlier on to pick up a 1st down for the Bulls. Let's see what he can do when he has to throw or hand off. Williams going up the middle, just off slightly to the right, picks up a few yards for the Bulls, and they're showing now that they really do mean business. Bernie McDermott, 53, makes the tackle for the Spartans.
There you go, Pascal Lamedica has got a 100% passing record, but here he passed it off to the running back Williams on a sweep right, and determined defense here.
He does have a 100% record throughout the season, but we should point out that he's only thrown 3 passes. 2nd and 5 for the Bulls. Williams again plows his way up the center, picking up 3 on the play. Brought down by 56, Philip Wood.
There it's just a straight pitch. Picking up extra yardage like Shirts and Aces running.
We have an injured player down on the field. Bailey, Michael Bailey, number 74 for the Bulls. Favoring that right leg. Score still 14-0 for the Manchester Spartans over the Birmingham Bulls here at Crystal Palace. The Budweiser Bowl well and truly underway. Glorious sunny afternoon, 82 degrees, and we've had it all here. We've seen air balloons, we've had lovely ladies from Philadelphia doing their routine, and not to mention the lovely ladies right in front of the grandstand from Manchester also doing their routine. There's the scoreboard here in the third quarter. Manchester Spartans 14, Birmingham Bulls 0.
Basically, the Bulls have picked up strongly in the second half. Defensively, they've shored up their Warren defense to intimidate here. And if they can put a score on the board early in the third quarter, I think the game will come alive again.
Well, there are no knots in the corner of his hanky, but you can see what he's trying to do. It is very hot out there, 82 degrees. And remember, these guys are decked out from head to toe in equipment, t-shirts, undershirts, heavy padding. The injured player, Bailey, gets back to the bench, and we get back to the action. Third and just over 2 for the Bulls. Lemedica with the bright, shiny white uniform, still out there as quarterback, calling the instructions. Handing off up the middle. McCarthy runs into a player, breaks the tackle nicely, trying to work his way around the end, and he does. Oh, a brilliant effort by Trevor Carthy. He really did make something out of nothing. Number 27, Sean Mason, came up to put the stop on him, but Carthy did it all on his own. No blocking at all. Watch this.
We are just a straight line plunge up the middle, and he breaks one tackle, eludes another tackle, looks for a hole, straight arms somebody else, is up the pitch. If he could turn just a bit earlier, he was gone.
Nice move by Carthy to pick up the first down. So the Bulls are on their way. On the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Lemedica handing off once again, right up the middle. Carthy, the ball carrier, number 33, steamrolls his way through the red defense. McDermott, 53, picking up the tackle.
Here we go. Here McCarthy just puts his head down and grinds out the yards. You stop me if you can.
So nice to see, as I said before, a British player having such an impact on the game. McCarthy goes off for a well-deserved rest. The passing game all but gone from the Bulls offense as Lemedica works his way around the right side, runs out of space, and he's brought down on the 45-yard line by Nigel Diaz, number 22.
There you go. Lemedica looking for a receiver, now going to run the option route. Sees it isn't open and puts his head down and runs it out. Be interesting to see here. There isn't an American player on the Bulls team playing offensively at the moment.
Third down and a long 2 to go for the Bulls. They well and truly need this one. Pascal Lemedica still in control, handing it off right up the middle. A stone wall meets Trevor Carthy, but did he do enough to pick up the first down? Gary Parker, number 58, put the stop on him for the Spartans.
This kind of running up the middle, it's very hard to stop Trevor McCarthy, and if he needs 3 yards, he'll get it.
And he did just that. He picked up the first down. So the Birmingham Bulls, the current Budweiser champions, are eating away at the yardage out there, working their way towards the Spartans' goal. Some confusion. Lemedica really has to get them together, take complete control. Williams now over the right side, picks up a couple of yards. Number 9, Paul Williams, who does such a great job at running back the kick.
See, Birmingham have picked up the slack offensively. They found courage. They're coming back strong. Strong running from both McCarthy and Williams is starting to eat into the Spartan defense.
Well, the Bulls supporters are definitely behind their team. 2nd and 9. Lemedica trying to draw the Spartans offside. He's into trouble. and he throws it away. And that's the thing that he has to do. It has to look like a proper pass. Obviously, he can't intentionally throw it away, but he's got to get rid of that ball to avoid the sack.
Here you see on the slow-mo, he was one-on-one with the outside man. He has to get the ball away before the rush comes on him. That man is uncovered, and that's the difference between the two quarterbacks. He gets the ball away before he cuts the sack.
Some excellent pressure put on the quarterback by 56, Philip Wood. 3rd and 9, the handoff over the right side. Number 22, Alf Young, really goes nowhere at all. Brought down by number 27, Sean Mason. And Alf Young, a bit of a lightweight to be in the backfield, but he is trying his best out there. Let's see him go.
Here we see the halfback carrying the ball, and the international star for the British team makes a great tackle to bring him down for a loss of yards, Sean Mason.
Fourth down for the Bulls, and they're going to go for it. They still have over 9 yards to go for a first down. And what have they got up their sleeves? Domenica drops back to pass, and it's caught. Errol Perkins, number 36, grabbed that one, but wasn't far enough for a first down. It really does depend on where they place the ball down. The official says, move down the field, first down. Let's see this again.
Here it comes, a wobbly pass, but he manages to hang on to it, unlike the last time. The ground can't cause a fumble, so if he's in control of the ball when he hits the ground, it is a completed pass.
Sean Mason once again getting involved in the tackle as the Bulls continue to move it downfield, and we have a penalty marker down. Well, Gary Parker, 58, says, hey, I'm sorry. They're going to move the ball 5 yards closer to the Spartans' goal.
As a linebacker stunt that didn't come off, you're supposed to time it just as the ball snapped, and he was a bit eager.
So at this moment in time, things definitely going for the Bulls. 1st and 5 after that penalty to the Spartans. Domenica seems to have things under control out there. Can he keep the ball rolling? He's going to keep it on the ground. Breaking through, Carthy still, he's going down, right down to the goal line. Trevor Carthy, the ghost, number 33, bulldozes his way right through a pack of red shirts, and he's brought this crowd to their feet. The Bulls fans are loving this.
You can see why McCarthy is playing to the England side, one of the leading rushers until he started playing defense. A real inspirational player here. Finds an opening and he's gone. Stutter step, defends, it's gone. Lovely play.
A long first down, and once again they go with the running attack. Trevor Carthy, number 33, takes it closer to the goal line. It was first and about 8 for the Bulls.
Here we go, the native of Birmingham running the ball again. Just head down, powering drive.
Timeout on the field. There's an injured player down. And it'll give both teams a chance to catch their breath. And there's the man who has turned this game around so far, Pascal Lemedica, number 16, the quarterback who came in here at the start of the 3rd quarter and really has been instrumental in making the Bulls go forward.
In the season so far, Lemedica has only thrown 3 passes, all complete, and he's played a limited experience in the game, but he's been inspirational coming in from the other youngster to lead the team on, and he has picked the team up immeasurably.
James Thornton has giant of American. Goes off the field, and he'll be missed on the offensive line, but I'm sure he'll be back in there after this play. So it's second and goal to goal. The ball on the 3-yard line. America counts down the numbers, hands it off to Williams, and he runs into a brick wall out there as he gets closer to the line, but he's not over.
Here you see Williams, when he looks like he's stopped, just watch his legs. He keeps churning and churning to get whatever he can out of the play. You see him take the ball here, fake to O'Neill up the middle. His legs keep pounding, and he breaks through and just about gets over the line, but gets stopped.
Ball on the 2-yard line, third down, goal to goal. America hands it off, going around the left-hand side, going to the goal line, touchdown! Pat Laughlin, number 25, did what he had to do as he scooted around the left side to bring the Bulls back into the game.
It was a great sneak left. Laughlin, who's got a brother who plays defense. Here he comes. Jinky ring to the outside, beats the man to the outside, sneaks in the end zone. Great play.
So just when a lot of people, including myself, I must admit, have counted the Bulls out of this game, they've come back to prove us all wrong. Without their number 1 quarterback, without their number 1 wide receiver, they brought the game back. Well, that didn't come off, but they've got 6 points on the scoreboard. The point after the snap was high, and they just couldn't get it away.
You can see when we get the running back, the replay here, that the ball was so high he couldn't put it down. He tried to fake it and go out the outside, but no way to run.
Well, let's take a look at the score now. The Bulls back in the game with 6 points. The Spartans still with 14. And there's the man who scored the touchdown, number 25, Pat Laughlin. So the Bulls now get set to kick off with number 20, Mark Webb, to do the honors. Bailey and Shotes are deep. And I know that the Bulls have a few tricks up their sleeve, and from time to time they like to go with the short kick, so keep your eye on the short kick. They like the gadget plays from time to time. This time it's a long one. Shotes working his way. Shotes decides to run it into a pile of white shirts, and he's brought down, and they'll take possession. Nesbitt making the tackle, so it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Here we go with Shote out of Louisiana State, formerly from California, picks up the ball, looking to run here, picking his way up, trying to have economy in motion.
The handoff to Bailey as he works his way nicely and picks up close to 10 yards. That's going to be a first down. Number 49, Clyde Laughlin, in on the tackle for the Bulls. But is there no stopping Bailey? He really is a difficult customer.
Here we see Bailey running again. Great stop being made by Laughlin, the brother of the scorer for the on the offense, making a great play to stop a touchdown.
Again, it goes to Bailey. He cuts back in, finds an opening, and works his way down to the 45-yard line, and another long first down. Paul Bailey's show out there right now. McManus making the tackle for the Bulls. You can
see why Bailey plays for England and is chosen as the all-star of the league. Great running back.
Excellent moves by the number 6 backfielder. Shotes determined to bring the Spartans back into this game. Going over the left side of the line. Ada Jones, number 32, gets his first touch of the ball.
Here we go on a power dive here, just straight dive up the middle, looking for a hole to make 3 or 4 yards.
Second and 4 for the Spartans. Bailey again makes a second effort. Oh, brilliant stuff. Just incredible. Most players would have been stopped just over the line. Femi Amu, number 37, comes up with a tackle.
Here, when it looks like he's got nowhere to run, he just drops his shoulder and keeps on going.
The trick, of course, when you're running with the ball through the line is to keep your shoulders down and your knees up and make it as difficult as possible for the defenders to tackle you. A loose ball. Shotes has come up with it as he jumped forward to pick up that loose ball. There'll be a slight gain on the play, but not much.
Here we see the pass between the snap and the quarterback isn't complete, and Shotes has to be very athletic to get on top of that ball.
Second and 9 for the Spartans. The ball on the 32-yard line. Shotes back to pass, goes down the right side. Oh, and just too far. Bob Gazy, number 80, was in the clear, but he just couldn't get his fingertips to it.
Here we see Shotes playing the play-action fake to the near side receiver, putting the man to sleep on the other side. Suddenly he's clear and lofts a 50-yard bomb just wide of the receiver.
Shotes is proving that he can throw the ball as well as run with it. Shotes drops back into the pocket. The rush is on and he's smothered. Chris Jones, number 55, celebrates. Rather, Carl Hunter, number 55, celebrates. Oh, a crunching tackle. Thornton in on it too. And there's the man who did all the damage out there, putting the rush on the quarterback.
Whenever we see Birmingham get in trouble, we see their defense pick themselves out of it. Defensively, they played brilliantly in the second half, coming back, taking the offensive threat away from Manchester, and they're really back in the game now.
Fourth down, 18 yards to go for the Spartans in a kicking situation. And again, it's an end-over-end wobbly kick, running it back for the Bulls. James Taylor, number 29, penalty marker down on the field.
There we go, the kick's away, a wobbly one. One bouncer, picked up by the running back. Here we come, he's looking for running space. Head down and just takes him on.
Well, there's Bob Shoup in the t-shirt. He's resigned himself to being a coach for the rest of the game. Penalty for flipping going against the Birmingham Bulls. That's blocking from behind. Takes the ball all the way back to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. quarterback once again. Sticking to the ground with Carthy. Carthy finds an opening and pushes himself over the right side of the line, close to the 20-yard line, the 25-yard line, and there is an injured player down on the field.
Here we see Carthy getting a handoff on a power sweep right. And he just dives into the line, and the impact here knocks the man's helmet off.
Double vision class?
Well, definitely not with us right now. I'm sure he's somewhere much cooler. Very, very physical game indeed. Let's see if we can pick this up. Carthy running with the ball. He puts his head down. And the player goes down. Bernie McDermott, number 53, his helmet comes off, and he's injured.
Okay, met z'n hebben gehad, we zijn steeds afgeleid.
Hey, go, go!
Well, they're calling for a stretcher.
That's what they get paid for.
Or medical assistance. First, the St. John's ambulance assistants are over there now. And there goes the stretcher.
Bernie McDermott, injured earlier in the game, was the founder of the Manchester Spartans, and it would take an awful lot to knock him out of this game. See another wounded soldier there, Bob Shoup, looking on as well.
Round of applause for Bernie McDermott, number 53, who brought down Carthy and paid the price. The Spartans will miss him. He's an excellent linebacker, has played a strong game for the Spartans. We go back to the action now. 2nd and 3 for the Bulls. The ball on the 22-yard line. Carthy with penalty markers all over the place. Carthy's on the run again, going around the left side. He picks up the first down. And Carthy really can turn it on.
Here we go. The offense is well in gear here. This is a free play because the defense is obviously offside, and it doesn't matter what happens, that they either get this down or they get 5 yards anyway. So it's a great play by McCarthy, and I'm sure they'll take the run rather than the penalty.
They decline the penalty, as you suggested, to pick up the first down. The ball moves down the field to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulls, and once again they're on the move. Domenica has come from nowhere to inspire this team. and a lot of us thought everything was lost. Paul Williams stumbles and falls in the backfield. He'll lose a few inches on that one.
Here we go. It's a power sweep with all the blockers forming up, and he just must have stepped in a hole somewhere.
And there's the signal from the referee to end the third quarter. The teams will change ends and go into the fourth and final quarter, with the Manchester Spartans leading by 14 points to 6. We thought Bernie McGarrett, the injured player who went off with just a few seconds remaining in the third quarter, went off with a concussion. Nothing broken, but I'm afraid he'll be out for the rest of the game. Coming into the fourth and final 15 minutes, the Bulls running out of time as they run out of room there, with Williams being held right at the line. In fact, he loses a yard on the play, so it's 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Straight drive up the middle. Williams is head on. Great defensive play by the Spartans.
Roy Harris, number 96, favoring his chest where he caught the helmet from Williams. 14-6 the score. The Spartans over the Bulls. Still anyone's game. Domenica in at quarterback for the Bulls. Domenica on the rollout to the right. Passes. Oh, again, a soft pass intended for Errol Perkins, number 36. Just knocked down at the last moment by the Spartans. Sean Mason getting a finger on that.
Here we go. Play action fake to the scorer. He's winding, running right, throwing a long lofted pass, which wants to be just a little bit higher to have a chance of being completed.
Fourth down. Mark Webb, the kicker. Another end over end that's going to take a bounce. And is going to be down by the Bulls on about the 33-yard line. So the Spartans will take over possession on their own 33, 1st and 10.
Today's referee, Bill Vassar, from the BAFRA, has officiated in the Bud Bowl 2 and the Summer Bowl 2, and he's a long-standing referee with the league, married with 3 children, age 44, and is an excellent referee for our league.
The handoff up the middle to Paul Bailey. Picks up close to 5, 6 on the play.
Here we go, Bailey again. Just improves with use. Every time you use him, he gets a few more yards for you. Just a power runner extraordinaire.
2nd and 4 for the Spartans. Again, it's up the middle, and again, it's to Bailey. Picks up close to 4.5 on the play. Should be enough for a 1st down.
Interviewed before the game, we asked him what he did during the week, and he said just prepare himself for football.
And he certainly is prepared for this one. First and 10 for the Spartans. The crowd getting behind them. The short pass. Number 7 picking it up, going down. Oh, some great moves by Terry Smith, the player coach for the Spartans. He hasn't seen a lot of action on the offense, but when he has, he's really come through. Let's look at this again.
Here we see Shote just doing a dump pass to Terry Smith, the ex-New England Patriot player, and just jinks up the sideline, sidesteps nicely and moves up the field.
Bailey powers his way up the center, and the dust settles. We find that he's picked up about 6 yards on the play.
Here we see Shote mixing up his plays very well. This time Bailey again, running up the middle on a 31-fold play, which is one of their best plays.
Again, it's right up the middle. It's a first down. Chris Wood powers his way through the line.
Chris Wood is normally a lineman who they've converted into a fullback, and you can see that he's certainly a lineman-like runner there.
Wood wearing the number 60, which is unusual for a backfielder. First and 10. Oh, penalty markers all over the place. A.J. Taylor a bit too keen to get in there. The penalty going against the Spartans for illegal motion.
This is what happens when the Spartans are keyed up and they go before the count and draws the defense offside. So
that cost them 15 yards. First down over again. Sorry, that cost them 5 yards. First and 15. Shote is dropping back. The rush is on. He's in trouble. Gets the pass away to Bailey. Bailey's going down the right side and eventually pushed out of the play. Laucom making the tackle.
great play from the Louisiana veteran here. He's nearly caught. He shows great instinct by throwing the ball just as he's caught. Bailey again, good receiving, running tenaciously.
Second and 1 after that scramble and pass. Spartans going right up the middle on this play as they eat up the yardage and work their way down the field.
Here we see Shote seeing a gap in the defense and trying to make use of it. He probably audibled into that.
It was enough to pick up the first down. First and 10 from the 14-yard line. Shote is to Bailey. Bailey gets stopped just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Just a quick dive, nowhere to run that way. The defense was well stacked.
Gary James, number 50, the big linebacker, 6'1", 210, involved in the tackle. No gain on the play. Again, Shote is dropping back the pass. That's a touchdown. Number 84, Rennick. Peter Rennick picks up that one in the end zone. And he was left all alone. The Bulls were watching the big guns and they forgot about Rennick.
We'll see Rennick running from the wide receiver spot, curling over the middle. He's wide open, totally uncovered. Picked a seam and no one there to cover him.
Go now for the point after. This time they try to kick it. They get it up and it's good. Neil Pearson celebrates once again. His third consecutive extra point. Moves the score on now to Manchester Spartans 21, Birmingham Bulls 6.
Looks like we converted that rugby player into an American-style kicker.
the scoreline. Manchester Spartans 21, Birmingham Bulls 6. And listen to the crowd. We are number one. And of course, that's coming from...
Here we go here. Kicker kicking traditionally now rather than drop kicking it. Actually makes an attempt at kicking it the American way and does it both ways.
The chant, of course, coming from the Manchester Spartan supporters. We are number one, they're saying. And right now they are. But again, this game far from over as Pearson gets set to kick it downfield. Anything can happen in American football. This game still wide open, an end over end, wobbly kick. It's going to go out of bounds. And he'll have to do that all over again, 5 yards back. There's the time remaining in the game, 11:14. Still enough time to turn this one around for the Bulls. Try it once again, and he's going to try to keep it inbounds from the 30-yard line. McCarthy and Williams back for it. And they need something special from these two players. And I know that Pearson is trying to keep it away from them, trying to make it as difficult as possible. McCarthy has it. McCarthy coming back straight up the middle, breaks to the left. It's still McCarthy. He's breaking free. He's got 2 men to beat. It's still McCarthy. He could go all the way. McCarthy trying to cut back in, and he's brought down at about the 5-yard line. A brilliant run. Well, I said they needed something special, but that was extra special. A magnificent performance from McCarthy. He really has done it all for the Bulls. Let's look at this magnificent run again.
Here the kicker tries to keep it low, so it's difficult to pick up. McCarthy picks it up here. He's got a leading blocker of Williams. Kicks his way through. Here he comes running up to the field. Cutting left, sees daylight, turns on the afterburners, and he's off. There's only one thing is stopping him. They have to pick up the ones in the corner here.
Nigel Diaz eventually made the tackle, as he's done so many times throughout this game. The ball is on the, well, it's on the 10. It must be just over the 10 because they've got first and yards to go. The pitch around to the right side, just on the goal line. Penalty marker down on the field. Alf Young, number 22, the ball carrier, did a great job of ruling that towards the goal line.
Here we go, it's a sweep. He's looking for a hole to run in. He stutters, looks back, cuts back, puts his head down, and is nearly in. He's about an inch away.
Injured Spartan down on the field as the officials discuss the penalty. '96, Roy Harris is the injured player for the Spartans. And he's been a big man on the defense, so they really don't want to lose him.
It could have possibly been a clip on the play, the way the play action was going, but it's hard to see what it is. He's talking to Manchester now.
Stands. The gain on the play was 10 yards. They're just on the 1-yard line, so it'll be first down. First and goal to go. It really has been a gutsy performance by the Bulls. The Medica calling the signals, goes for the quarterback sweep. Is he over? Yes, the signal from the official. The quarterback sweep is good. He's over the line. Touchdown for the Bulls.
Here we go with the Medica. Just a straight quarterback drive over the middle here you see on the replay. Young lad that's come in, inspirationally lead this team on.
The point after now, well, they really do need 2 points, so they're going to go for the 2. The Medica is going to run it, gives it to Carthy. Carthy going around the outside. He's over, he's got the 2 points. So that makes up for the point after that they missed earlier on. The score now moves on to 21-14.
Here we go with McCarthy, the international running back from Birmingham. Goes in for the 2 points which they need to make them only 1 touchdown behind. Here they come. Power sweep to the left. McCarthy looking for a hole. Dives in for 2 points. That only makes him 1 touchdown behind and anybody's ball game.
10:43 remaining in the game, and it's wide open. This is a fantastic performance by the Bulls. I'm not taking anything away from the Spartans, but the Bulls are definitely, well, they're definitely underdogs at this stage. They've come back strong. They've been without Jensen, and they've been without Shoup. And they've relied heavily on that man there sitting down taking a drink, Trevor Carthy. Now kicking off. Again, it's a bouncer, and the Spartans, with an intelligent play there, decide to smother it and take the good field advantage.
And we see the Bulls taking the same tactics as the Spartans. Keeping the ball on the ground, not letting a good running back get a hold of the ball and running back as the Bulls just did.
Team and the Bulls fans letting everyone know that they're proud to come out of this one. What can Shotes and the Spartans do? A handoff up the middle to Bailey, and Bailey picks his way for another 5. So consistent, brought down by A.J. Taylor, number 51.
You can see why Bailey here racks up leading rusher each year with 5 yards of carry average. He just turns it out every time.
Second and 5. The ball on the 37. Quick pass to the flats. Steve Marsh, who scored the first touchdown for the Patriots, picks that one off and picks up the first down for the Spartans.
And we see here just a 90 series pass. This is a high option throw. 1-2 steps, throw the ball and catch it or try and beat the defender.
Bailey works his way through. Is he clear? And he's blocked. No, he's still up. How does he do it? He was spun around. He was almost in midair, and it looked like he was totally out of the play, but he managed to push himself forward for a few more yards. McManus, number 13, gets the tackle.
We see him in his international true sprinting style. Gets turned around, doesn't know where he is, and still finds the goal line. He just sends it.
First and 10 for the Spartans as they march downfield. The pass to Terry Smith, breaks one tackle and pushes forward for about 4 yards. Brought down again by Jock McManus, number 13.
Here we go. Good play calling by Shote, picking up Terry Smith on the outside, hoping a one-on-one coverage he could break loose.
Second and 6. And we have a timeout on the field. The Birmingham Bulls calling a timeout, which, Wayne, is a clever call at this play, isn't it, at this point in the game?
Basically, they're trying to get some semblance of what they're doing. Spartans are running down the field, being very progressive and gaining yards every play. They're going to stop the situation here, take account of what's going on, and try and bring back the sense to the defense and get the onus or the side of the defense dominating the offense at the moment. And they're calling great plays on the offense. Good play calling by Forte on both pass and run, going with all different receivers and running backs they can. And here they come out again.
Second and a long 5. Terry Smith flicks to the left. Shotes hands it up the middle. Bailey goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Here we come again. Quick drive up the middle. Quick opener that didn't happen. Great defensive play. 59 of the Bulls.
Third down for the Spartans. Close to 4. Shote hangs onto it and goes absolutely nowhere. Shote was caught. Taylor was in there. Spats Lewis did most of the work.
Here he comes. Shote on a naked rollout. One-on-one with the outside linebacker, and the outside linebacker beats him.
Fourth down and 5 yards to go. Pearson set for the field goal. No way that's going to go over the line. No way that went anywhere near the crossbar. So the Bulls have held their ground. Let's look at this one again.
There you go. The English-style kicker squibs it wide and gives the Bulls plenty of time with 8 minutes left in the game to march down the field and tie up the score.
So with a 4th and close to 5 situation, the Spartans decide to go for a field goal. That doesn't come off, so the Bulls take possession of the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Domenica decides to run it around the right side. He's not a big guy, but he picks up a couple of yards on the run.
Domenica doing an option rollout with Williams in front and McCarthy in front. Good run blocking for him. Gutsy little performer to run with such a small size against that defense.
Well, he got close to 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. Domenica doing everything out there possible to keep his team in this game. The pitch now to Williams as he works his way around the right side. And he runs out of running room. Paul Williams trying to scoot around that right corner.
Here we go, Williams trying to string him out on the right side here. He's going one-on-one against the outside linebacker. And he sees he can't get around, he puts his shoulder down and goes for what he can.
Penalty going against the Spartans.
Penalty should have been. You noticed it was a tackle around the head, which any tackle around the head is deemed to be a face cage infringement, so it's 15 yards for unnecessary roughness.
1st and 10. The Bulls looking confident once again. Carthy now around the left side, tucks his head down and goes. Picks up good yardage as he works his way towards the Spartans' 45-yard line. The ball will be down on the 47.
There we go, Carthy again. You can see why he was the leading rusher for a number of years before he decided to play defense, because he said he had bad knees.
2nd and 3.5 from the 47-yard line. The Bulls still in this game as the coach shoots takes a drink and barks out the instructions. The handoff. Williams tries again around the right side. Sean Mason, 27, comes up with the tackle to bring Williams down.
Here we see Sean Mason, the England free safety against Williams, a very underrated player here. Williams takes the ball and goes around the right side. Sean Williams cuts off his route to the goal line. Great play.
Well, some very physical stuff out there. 3rd and 3. We're in the final quarter of this game. Just under 6 minutes remaining. The Bulls need a touchdown to tie it. Domenica still the quarterback. He hands off up the middle. Carthy pushes his way forward just inside the 40-yard line. And what's it going to take to stop that man? He really is a bull out there.
Here we see McCarthy. The only thing he was stopped by was an arm. He was gone for a touchdown, and an arm got him just at the last second.
James Thornton, the injured player, as we see this slow-mo again. McCarthy going through the line. Number 75, Thornton, the big American, who plays both defensively and offensively for the Bulls, is down, face down.
See James Thornton, University of Pennsylvania graduate of political science and economics, recruited by Pennsylvania by Coach Harry Gamble, now president of the Philadelphia Eagles. Second year with the Bulls as an offensive and defensive line coach and a player. They'll certainly miss him if he's out of the game. Here we see Thornton down there receiving some attention. He's had a hard game and he's been down once before. It's the England center there from the Manchester Spartans, shouting encouragement for the Spartans. Cameron Dundas, center for the England team.
You really do have to have a certain look to be a center. Not only do you have to have the size, but if you look like that, it surely helps. And I hope he doesn't hear me all the way up here, but you do have to have that look about you.
Yeah, well, when he was playing the Germans and the French, that sort of bulldog look certainly puts the fear of something up them. Round of applause for Thornton, who's carried off the field.
Shouting at quarterback Domenica. He's sending in the plays. I'm sure he wouldn't leave that responsibility to the young quarterback. Domenica now with a 1st and 10 situation. The ball on the 39-yard line. Carthy in trouble in the backfield. Carthy is going to lose yards. Loughlin was actually the ball carrier there, number 25, and he lost yards when he ran into Martin Owen.
And we see an outside blitz by the linebacker here who traps the ball carrier and forces him outside. Should have put his head down and got what he could.
So a loss on the play, close to 10 yards. It's 2nd and 20 for the Bulls, and they really have it all to do. They're one touchdown behind. Still lots of time. Carthy now throws the pass up into the pitch. Oh! And that was right on the fingertips of Errol Perkins, and again, he should have had it. If you can touch it, it's yours, they say. Terry Smith was on him, but the ball was there for him to have.
Here you see a typical halfback option play, which we're used to running in the England team, and they obviously have learned some tricks. Beautiful pass by McCarthy, right on the numbers. Unfortunately, that's his third drop catch of the day.
Third down, still 20 yards to go from the 47-yard line. The Spartans fans getting behind their defense, telling them to hold. What can the Bulls do? Back to pass, Lemetica into the pocket. He's got time. It's a high pass. It's left up there. And all sorts of time for Martin Owen to knock it away. Well, he really did lay that one up there, didn't he?
Yes, basically, he threw into traffic there. As you can see, the wide receiver on the right side is streaking down and is wide open. But he doesn't have the arm to go that way, so he throws it up into traffic. That's anybody's ball, and fortunately, it was nobody's.
So the Bulls, with a 4th and 20 situation, go to Mark Webb. He gets the kick. It's high, end over end again. That takes a good bounce. It goes all the way back. And a good effort by the Bulls to try and bring that down on the 1-yard line. Some good stuff out there from both teams as they really turn it on for this great crowd here at Crystal Palace.
There we go with the kick. The idea is to put him down on the 1-yard line or as close as they can to it. It takes a bounce about the 20 and sprints off to the end zone. You can see them trying to touch it down. Unfortunately, it just goes over. Makes it first and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Excellent effort there by Ken Spats Lewis as he tried to down that on the 1, but it wasn't to be, so the Spartans take over. First and 10 on the 20. Bailey squeezes through the left side of the line.
Here we got with 4 minutes left to go. They're going to keep the ball on the ground and run out the clock. If they can keep a drive going up the field here, they won't give Birmingham a chance to get their hands on the ball. So you can see the ground play continue all the way up the field now.
A gain of 4 on the play. Gary James, number 50, came up with a tackle for the Bulls. Aidan Shote still in at quarterback, working his way around the right side, flips it to Bailey. Bailey, well, he had nowhere to go. Terrence Laucom involved in the tackle.
And we see Bailey from Shote on an option play. Was strung out too far and everyone knew where it was going. You see the linebacker pursuit going. You see free safety coming up. Everyone pursuing to the ball carrier and a great bang tackle.
Third down. The Spartans go right up the middle. They picked up enough yardage on that run to make a first down. So it'll be first and 10 from the 31-yard line for the Spartans. And as you said, Wayne, they're happy just to run the ball and run out the clock. Under 3 minutes now. Penalty marker on the play as Bailey carries the ball through the left side of the line. Illegal motion, the call. You can see the flag in the air there as Bailey decides to bail out at 30,000 feet. Penalty declined, so it'll be 2nd and 8. They let that gain of 2 stand. The penalty going against the Spartans. Shote gets it up to Smith on the left side. McManus, number 13, brings him down.
Here we see a high percentage pass again, but very dangerous in this situation because he's on one-on-one on the cornerback there. And if the cornerback picks it off, it's a touchdown all the way. He has to have very sure hands.
Timeout called by the Bulls. Shote is keeping that pass, of course, as high as possible and as fast as possible. So knowing that Terry Smith is fairly tall, he can get to it first.
He's going to his coach there on that play for the ex-New England Patriot defensive back, and he's got sure hands. But it's better to keep it on the ground at this time because anything can happen, a tip ball or anything, they can go for a touchdown.
2:22 remaining in the game. 21-14, the Manchester Spartans lead over the Birmingham Bulls. It really has been a great game and a magnificent finish. Still far from over. No one has left the stadium here at Crystal Palace. The sun still shining down on both teams. Hazen Shote taking his time. Pitches it to Bailey. Bailey going around the right side, and Bailey scrambles for yardage as he gets up to just about the 40-yard line. He'll be short of the first down. 49, Laughlin makes the tackle.
Here we see a fingertip tackle that would have saved a long gain. You can see it just got the heels of his shoes.
Wayne, you're a coach. You've got a 4th and 2 situation. What would you do? You're ahead by a touchdown. You try to do it, or do you kick the Bulls down to the other end of the field?
You've got to put the ball down the field and make sure that they've only got 2 minutes to score. You can't try it because you give an excellent field position here. You've got to put the ball a lot of distance between the goal line and them. You've got to kick the ball down the field and hope your defense can hold.
What are they going to do? This, without a doubt, is probably one of the most crucial plays of the game. Penalty markers down on the field. The Spartans taking too long to get the game into progress. They call the timeout, but it was that before the flag went down.
Here we see with the time 2:22 before, they were letting the time run out. They call a timeout and then delay a game after 30 seconds, letting the time run down a bit more. So they're trying some tricky coaching stuff at the moment to give themselves a bit of advantage. It looks like the kicking team is going out there now, and they've eaten away another 30 seconds from the clock, and they're going to put them deep in their end zone with a kick.
Well, they obviously got the call in for a timeout before the flag went down. I thought the flag went down first. The kick is away, and that goes out of bounds at the Bulls bench. So it's now down to the Bulls. They'll have it 1st and 10. Let's look at this again.
Here we go here. The kicker has no intention of getting anywhere near Carthy. He's punted it out of bounds so that there's no possible run back whatsoever.
What a finish this is. The ball is on the 42-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Bulls. They trail by 7 points. We're in the 4th quarter, 1:25 remaining in the game. You really couldn't ask for a better finish. The Spartans are pumped up, as are the Bulls. LaMedica is calling the signal still. He really has put in a gutsy performance to bring the Bulls back into this game. He goes back to pass. The rush is on. It's a short pass over the left side. Number 25 is pushed out of bounds. Pat Laughlin picked up some good, useful yardage there and managed to stop the clock by going out of bounds.
You see most of the plays now designed to go to the sideline, either running plays or passing plays. Here, set up the pass. Immediately looks for the sidelines, get a gain, and get out of bounds and stop that clock.
Second and a long for the Bulls. Matica dropping, rolling to his right. He gets the pass away. Oh no, that's intercepted. Surely that's going to be the game. Sean Mason, number 27, is the hero. Again, we saw a situation where the pass was just lofted into the air. No speed, no direction, and it was crying out to be picked off.
As you can see here, the quarterback drops back. Unfortunately, it's not a well-thrown ball because the man's wide open. England star and Manchester star Sean Mason picks it off and runs it out of bounds. A pity because the man was wide open.
1:18 remaining in the game. The Spartans with the ball lead by 7 points. Surely Shotes will keep it on the ground. Pushing the Bulls further into their own zone. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Bailey, who's done a great job.
Bailey just up the middle here, eating up the clock. They get 30 seconds on each play unless the Bulls call a timeout, which it looks like they have.
Gary James, number 50, doing a good job there to bring Bailey to a halt. 2nd and 8 yards to go for a 1st down.
If they've got one more timeout, the only chance they've got to stop the clock, and then they're going to have to try and get the ball back with whatever it's time left. But it looks like a dire job for them to do now.
The ball on the 34-yard line. Shote happy to use up as much time as he can. He's going to run this one around. Works around the right side with Bailey to pitch to him. Bailey tackled eventually on the far corner. Malcolm, number 87, brings him down.
Here we see the option play right. Shote to Bailey. Bailey doesn't want to go out of bounds here, so he's looking to turn it up the field early, because if he goes out of bounds, it stops the clock.
Mark Woolen! Respect Mark Woolen!
35 seconds remaining in the game. 3rd down and 4 to go for the Spartans. The clock ticking down as the Spartans try desperately to hang on to that 7-point lead. Colin Nash makes the tackle with 19 seconds remaining. And that's it. I'm afraid the clock will tick away here. And the Manchester Spartans are celebrating out on the field as the clock goes down to 5 seconds. The cheerleaders, the fans are on their feet. There goes the whistle to end the 4th quarter. What a game it was. 21 for the Manchester Spartans, 14 for the Birmingham Bulls. The Spartans are celebrating, and they deserve it. They played solid football throughout. The Bulls really did have their backs up against the wall. They were without quarterback Jensen, and after a start, they were out without Shoot, their wide receiver. So 2 Americans, when you're only allowed 3 on a team, is a lot. McCarthy did a great job for the Bulls, but really the Spartans with Shote and of course Bailey were so powerful out there. So powerful indeed. Steve Marsh picked up the 1st touchdown. Bailey got the 2nd, and Renich, number 84, got that pass in the end zone. He was left all alone to make it 21 for the Spartans. Well, that sums it up for the Bulls. Shoup, who came into this game after a knee injury, really did his best, but he was out of it from the start, wasn't he?
Yes, basically it would have possibly been a different game had the Bulls chosen the quarterback
they had in the second half for Dominica. It might have been a different game, but they did everything they could make a game of it after losing their quarterback. And by the time it was over, they played without Americans, with only 3 Americans on the team, with Shute gone and the quarterback gone, and then Thornton out of the game. It was purely a British team out there, and they really put on a good display.
Well, an excellent effort from both teams, but at the final whistle, the Manchester Spartans come out on top, 21-14. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Trying to
Testing 1 2. Testing. Okay.
be on Keith's camera, yeah? Okay, ready? Three, two, one.
Hayes and Schultes, first, congratulations.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Now, there weren't a lot of passes thrown in that game. Was that your game plan, to keep it on the ground with Bailey?
Well, we tried to balance it out, but, you know, we had more force on the game, on the ground, you know. So the passes that I should have got rid of, I hit the ground, I hit the dirt, you know. But the fact is, the passes were open, but I just wasn't executing my timing right.
What happened in the second half when Lemedica came in and quarterback for the Bulls? He seemed to inspire their side a little.
Yeah, they needed some other leadership because their other quarterback, he seemed that he was kind of hurting. And he seemed pretty young, so, you know, if he's a young guy, he never had the situation of playing that much. So the fact was that they needed somebody back there with more heart instead of worrying about the hits.
And what was your plan after they came back into the game? Just to run it right up the middle with Bailey, wear them down?
Yeah, we was like, they gave us a lot of room over the middle. You know, Brady was averaging about 5 yards a crack. So it's like, it'll be stupid to throw the ball if we can get 5 yards of carry, you know. So that was what we executed, and it worked out well. Because he got the MVP now, you know.
I know, we'll be talking to him in a moment. Well done. Will you be back next year?
I don't know, you know. I just want to make it out of this year, you know, and next year is something to look forward to.
Well done. Congratulations. Cheers, man.
Appreciate it.
Okay. And then some others.
Yeah, number 6.
Yeah.
Paul Bailey.
We get Schramm and Ozzy Newsom as well.
Yeah, are they here?
Sure.
Apparently, yeah. Schramm's
If you
definitely here.
We need to do a couple more, yeah. And Mark just saying if you could do some great stuff and some human interest stuff and emotion and rather than the technical stuff, more, more what does it mean to you?
Okay.
So I try and grab a shoe for someone like that for you.
Yeah, okay. But we were going to get Bailey because he won the most valuable player.
Okay, one sec.
Okay, and maybe just shoot.
You know, don't know my son Wayne.
The one that we used before.